everybody. It's time again for another Psychic Sundays Live with your host, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another exciting hour of readings and chat with your Queen of Ooga Booga, Sally Diane. I know I haven't used that name in a while, but I'm still the Queen, and our beloved producer. We all love his hands. Okay. Anybody who would like to see me in person can give the Spa Near the Tracks call at 519-272-1293. Or I can give you a reading online. To set up a reading online, just send me an email to info@sallydiane.com, and I can see out of the corner of my little eye that chat going crazy. So I know there's a lot of you out there waiting for questions. That's so good to see. It's what makes it my favorite hour of the week, folks. Just so you know that at the end of this segment, now, anyone who watches the show regularly knows that I have ended the past 2 Sundays with a little reading on what's going on with the dawn. And we just didn't break it out. So we are going to start posting that separately. We will be running the segment at the end of the show, but we will edit that segment and post it as a separate entity as well. So,
way to go and kill our viewership at the end of the show. So
well,
not everyone's going to be interested, and you've told them when to turn off.
Well, come on. Don't you want to know first?
Anyhow. Hello, Jasmina, Marianne, High Priestess, Margaret, Ashley, Sophia. Wow, look at all these friendly faces.
Oh, so nice to see and welcome everybody. Now, our first seeker here is Jasmina. And Jasmina says, will I get a job increase anytime soon? Yeah, let's see. What can the cards tell Jasmina about a job increase?
Is that blowing on you?
That is very pleasant, dear. A little warm in here. Not even May and it's starting to get warm. That's very nice. Well, that's a good card. Well, when you get the Ace of Pentacles and you're looking for an increase in jobs, especially this, it's saying that the first thing is you're not even taking in all the advantages there in front of you. So you need to start paying attention to what's just right in front of your face. Maybe start asking, what does this company need to be done? Okay, so I think it would benefit you a great deal to be proactive as far as promoting yourself. Okay, and you have the Seven of Cups reversed. And that's a funny card. It seems to me like you may have had somebody who was confusing you. You may have had a not nice coworker. Sometimes they can play little mind games on you. And it seems like that has a passing influence. Because it seems like right now you're more focused and you're more in the game than you've ever been. So again, start asking yourself, what opportunities are really there in front of me? Make your own opportunities. Oh, all right. Okay. So then you have the Hermit, and it's the Hermit reversed. And the Hermit reversed is reminding us that sometimes when you apply for a job, they'll ask for a certain level of education, but what they're looking for is your ability to do the job. So even if you don't have the fancy education, you do have the experience that makes up for it. So just because a post that you want to apply for requires more education than you have, don't see that as a job. Don't see that as a job killer. You go ahead and go for it anyway. Keep in mind that there are a lot of people who get a job, they're only 70% qualified for the job. I didn't say who. Anyhow.
And it's not my fault they hired me without experience.
Oh, I know.
It's not like I lied to them.
I know.
And they've had many chances to get rid of me, there was
Why
that,
would
there
they
was
want to?
well, there's that lengthy probation period in case you're a screw up and get rid of you, right?
Yeah. All right, so Mary Ann wants to know about May. Well, let's see what Mary Ann needs to know for May. Okay. Mary Ann and May. And the most important thing in May is to keep your focus and not be distracted by politics. Because if you get drawn into nasty politics or somebody else's argument or something like that, if you get involved in that, that is going to kill your opportunities. And this is a time when you have a lot of opportunities right in front of you. And the cards say that in May, you should just know which direction you're going, grab the reins, and head for your goal. Okay? Don't pay attention to whatever negativity, whatever drama is going on around you. It's got nothing to do with you. That's what you need to know for May.
Oh, there you are.
Hey,
I hit the wrong button.
I'm back.
Does this button work? Yeah, hello. High Priestess. Hello. Had an amazing weekend. Yes, work was great. All right, so Marianne wants to know about May. The High Priestess wants to know about May.
Mary Ann, I just did. So
okay.
let's
Well,
move on to
the High Priestess.
Yes.
For a change, she's not asking about her love life. Way to go!
And the High Priestess. Okay, so in May, it seems like you might be dealing with you're dealing with some sort of let's say annuity, maybe an inheritance. I'm seeing a hunk of money coming your way, and it's kind of a one-time deal. It seems like it's a little less than what you expected, but it's money that comes from some place of sorrow. So it might be just a settlement from your divorce, but it might be an inheritance. But anyhow, you do have money coming your way in May, but it's just got that feel to it, And also another thing, you've got the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands. It's warning you to be, it's this, I don't even want to use the word warning, but when I look at the Two of Wands, it tells me that this is a time for you to know what you want to do in life. Because it feels like somebody might be pressuring you to change your direction a little bit. And it feels like you're getting told what you don't want to hear. But just the fact that this card is here and this card tells me that you can establish yourself quite well in May if you don't pay attention to the naysayers.
The Maysayers?
Naysayers.
That's what I said.
Naysayers, sure. Sure.
Margaret wants to know, will she get an accepted beachside townhomes, I guess, soon?
Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, everybody. Margaret's going to have a barbecue at beachside townhomes.
I think that might be a complex. Not like...
That's okay. We'll all show up with a hungry face.
No. I'm thinking gated complex.
Oh, anybody got a bolt cutter? We don't want to miss Margaret's party. Okay, Margaret. I'm just teasing. Let's see how you go with the beachside townhomes. sounds very nice. Okay, so yes, 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 you will be accepted. Um, just two things you need to know is it. I know it's beautiful. I know it's beautiful. And the apartments are beautiful, and the prices not too bad. But the two things that you need to know is first, they really have a lot of rules. So be mindful of that and try not to violate the rules because you got some real picky people there, especially you have a neighbor. And this is somebody that's is kind of not directly on one side or another. They're either like across the hall or kitty corner to you. They're close enough that you guys can see each other's doors, but you're not just like right at each other. But you got a neighbor there that just doesn't get along with anybody, so don't expect them to get along with you. But overall, it looks that the answer to your question is yes.
And next we have Sophia V.
Hi, Sophia.
Do I have to worry about Chris, who's a love interest, speaking with this girl Laura? That bitch. I added that last part.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Do I have to worry about Chris speaking with this girl Laura? You know, if you got somebody you got to worry about, you might as well just set them free because who needs a life of worry, right?
Yeah, but just because her previous boyfriend's cheated on her doesn't mean this one will.
I don't think he is, actually. But you still get a little worried. I think that Lauren, you know, there's these kind of women that I call hang on to your man. And it seems to be that Lauren's one of them. You know, pretty, a little bit dumb,
Laura.
chip on their shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
The less you pay attention to it, the less emotional, the less emotional resources you put into this, the better. And I would not let Chris know that you feel at all jealous. It's this is a really good time for you to play it cool. You'd be surprised at what it does if you do it right and you do it convincingly.
Laura who?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's treacherous. When I look at this, when you've got the pentacles or the coins, they're really earthy cards, and they're talking about being well grounded. And I do think that you are in a well grounded relationship. So anything that you give to her is just going to, it's just going to backfire on you in a very bad way. So don't go after her, don't say anything, and don't worry about her. Absolutely don't worry about her. And really be careful not to make any catty comments, etc., and so on. But do you have to worry about her? You don't have to worry about Chris. You don't have to worry about him a day. Her, yeah. But if she's gonna try and go after him, she's going after the wrong person. A, he loves you, and B, when it comes to hints, he's thick as a brick. Okay.
All right, who is next?
Ashley.
Ashley. Why is the higher energy stopping me from getting a job at this time?
How do you know it's higher energy?
How do you know it's stopping you?
Yeah. Okay, Ashley, the reason that we're both kind of getting on you is because that's kind of a victim stance. So, first off, don't think that it's the divine. Don't think God or spirit or angels or anything like that is preventing you from getting a job, which means that you need to look at yourself. Like there's nothing like a full length mirror right before you go out the door. Look at how you look when you go to a job. Look at how you appear. Because I'm really getting appearances here. Also, look over your CV. Look it over with a critical eye. I mean, is there a funny lapse of time there? Are there misspellings? Misspellings are a killer in a job on a CV. So,
Do you have the right keywords?
yeah.
Right, resume hunters are working on algorithms now, and they're looking for keywords. And when they have those hits, then they email everybody that has those hits for the keywords.
So let's see what the cards have to say. But
If you're applying for a job, there'll be a job description in the ad. Repeat that description back to them in your application.
yeah, it's like the very first card that comes in is the world, and that means that this is all in your hands. You know, so show your confidence. Show your confidence in yourself. It might even help you if you took your phone and just kind of recorded yourself in a job interview, if you could do it discreetly. Like you wouldn't want to plop your cell phone in the middle of a table and go, oh, I'm recording this. But you need to know how you sound in a job interview, because it's all about appearances. It's all about this outer thing. So you're missing out because you're missing out on one of the outer things. You know, is your hair messy? And I'm one to speak because my hair is always messy. I've got the Janis Joplin thing happening. But, you know, for it feels like for the jobs that you want, they're more administrative and you need to look a little bit more polished. So just think of the little things that keep you from looking polished, you know, and yeah, it's all about spit and polish. That's where you're missing it. Yeah. And saying, get the message here. Yeah, and with the swords are about communication, in particular written communication, which tells me you really need to look over that CV. Make sure you don't have weird sentences or spelling typos. Oh, okay. And keep at it, because the job is not too far away.
Cool. Well, keep at it. Good luck. Let us know how it goes.
All right.
Next, we have Cindy, who's looking for messages from Spirit.
Okay, now, the only reason I'm saying this is because your guides are telling me, because not usually something I'd say, but you need to keep an eye on maybe what your husband's eating or how he's acting. It feels like there's something that you can spot that's just a little off. And they're just saying, if you see something a little off, get him to the doctor. Don't shrug off what's going on with your husband over the next little while. Just because he is. Okay, what other spirit messages do we have for our dear friend Cindy C. down in lovely FLA? Okay. 8 of Swords. Ooh, devil. Ooh, don't like to see that one. And the Page of Swords. Okay, whatever issue you have right here, and Spirit's saying you do have an issue with somebody. And I think it could be maybe an in-law. I don't think it's your husband, because your husband would eat a bug for you. But there's somebody around you who's kind of working against you. They show up as being the devil. And this is somebody who might have a pointless vendetta against you or something like that. But there's somebody who might be creating problems in your life, but it's because you allow them. And it's hard not to feed into that, especially when somebody knows where to push your buttons. But you got somebody who pushes your buttons way too much, and this is a time when you can set yourself free from that and put it behind you. So you must be coming into an emotionally better place, because you can and should face your worst devil, your worst fear now, because you're the strongest and most able to successfully face your fears. Okay.
And
Marcy, you're looking so lovely today.
And next we have Haunting Live.
Hi, Haunting Live.
We missed you too. What did we miss them about?
Oh, no, there was a garage sale.
Oh,
he
yard
had to
sale.
work long hours, so there's no transportation.
Oh yeah, I was up at 7. My friends are shaking in their boots when I say that. Always up before noon? No way. All right, so anyhow, a friend of ours was helping out yesterday, and she had an attachment of a spirit linger on her. Can you please let us know who it was? Ooh, that might be a tough one.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing that I'm getting is you didn't let it just linger around her, did you? It just really feels like spirit linger is a nice way to put it. I feel more like a Klingon.
Stalker.
Yeah. A little bit of smudge or some rosemary should take care of it just fine. You want us to let you know who it was. Now that is difficult. I'll just cut up a card real quick and see if they're willing to give me an answer. Nope, they don't. No, they're not willing to give an answer. But it's I got the feeling that you and I both know what little nasties are, right? And it just feels like she picked up a little nasty, and so little rosemary, a little smudge, and she should be right as rain.
There you go.
Hey, Kara.
Tara James wants to know about next month.
Next month.
All
Next
right.
month is May. It
That
has
is
such
right.
wonderful holidays as Cinco de Mayo, May the 4th, Victoria Day, and Memorial Day.
And I'm not quite sure. It's Passover right now, but do you say Happy Passover? It's kind of weird. I don't, as a Gentile, I don't quite get that holiday.
I just say shalom.
Okay, shalom.
Shalom. Okay. Kara, can I please see what's coming my way for next month? Oh, let's see what Kara needs to know for next month.
You can only see half of that card.
Okay, that's fine. We'll take care of it. There we go. So the very, very, very first thing you need to know is to speak up. Do not you're not really good at expressing yourself. And in May, this is a time when you really need to express yourself. And all these ideas that you've been hanging on to, let them out, okay? All right. So I'm not sure how appropriate this is, but it does feel like you have a little bit of an attraction, a little bit of a flirtation happening in May. How serious it becomes is really up to you. And it just, are you married or something? Because it just feels like you've got this flirtation going on, but there's part of you that says, I really shouldn't be doing this. But it's just got that, delicious feel to it. Ooh. Yeah. Speak your mind. Know that you've got some kind of a little attraction coming your way. I don't know whether it's going to add up to much, but I can tell you it's delicious. It's fun. And also in May, there are openings coming up. And I did use a plural because even though it's showing me one ladder, it feels like there's multiple ladders because there's a choice to be made, or a choice that you can make. So with all these pentacles in May, this is a good time to focus in on money and career. It should all go well. Okay. So, and we're doing Trump next?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so folks, right now we'll be right back, and we are going to do the session on Trump.
Use it again.
Hi, everybody. Sally Diane here, and today, what are we?
April 28th.
April 28th, we're going to be looking at the week ahead for Donald Trump's trial. That would be week number 3. I know we've looked at week number 1 and week number 2, and we were fairly successful. Week number 1 was all about him keeping his mouth shut, and boy, in court he actually did. And then in week number 2,
Which trial?
You
do have to specify.
This is true. This is true. Because it's the trials of Donald Trump, right? This is the hush money, the Stormy Daniel thing. And you'll notice when you see the thumbnail said stormy weather. And no, it was Trump's stormy week. And I was kind of caught between that, Trump's stormy week, and Trump's pecker trouble. But stormy week went out. Okay, and now we have week 3 coming up, and apparently we will be seeing David Pecker again, and a few other things. The prosecution is not releasing their witness list, nor do they have to. So let's see about week number 3 of Donald Trump's hush money trial. Okay, so an overview of him right now is he's just so, well, he's always self-absorbed, but it's almost like he's he still doesn't see that he's doing anything wrong, and he's so consumed by greed. And the further it goes into this trial, and the more that's exposed, the more clingy he becomes about money. I'm not sure how that works out, but we'll see. We'll see in the cards. He is really hoping for the other trials, not the hush money one, but all the other ones, and this is kind of an outside influence. He is really hoping to be able to stall each and every one of them for at least 4 months, if not more. Okay. And what I'm doing right here is a modified Celtic cross. It just makes it easier to read. That would be a significator. This is what crosses you. This is beneath you. This crowns you. This is behind you. And this is before you. All right. So for him, you have the Queen of Wands as far as the base of his quote-unquote problems, and so I would see that as being Stormy Daniels. And yeah, he took on the wrong person here. He really did. She's powerful in her own right. She's connected in her own right. Maybe not as much as Donald, but she made sure that this went through. And she's not, everybody knows she's not the only woman that was speaking up, but hers was heard. And then over him, you've got you have the falling tower, and that's not a good card. That's a crown. That's like what's hanging over his head. and you've got everything just coming crashing down around him. The whole Trump empire, everything coming crashing down around him. And, I think maybe he lives on more of a house of cards than he lets on. But it is like a real possibility, his downfall. And so it hangs over his head like the sword of Damocles. When you look, it was right behind him. You have the hermit. And the hermit is a seeker. The hermit is a wise man. And I see this as the Supreme Court, because they would be the one with the inspiration that. And it's when it says that it's behind him, I feel like they have favored him, but his favor is running out. His time is running out with the Supreme Court, and his support from the Supreme Court is running out. And when you look at what's directly in front of him, wow. You have competition, you have battles. It feels like over the next few weeks, the defense is going to do their level best to try and stay in front of all the defense's witnesses. And so I'm not sure they can find dirt on everybody because they don't know who's going to be up there. And I do think that there is one who's going to come in out of nowhere. One very unexpected one who carries a big stick toward the end of the week. And I don't think that is Cohen. So you've got somebody who's going to bring something, maybe something surprising, surprise evidence. When you look at the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands is about movement and moving forward. And this is about his fears. The things that he worries about happening. And it's the Eight of Wands reversed. And with him, he's always on the move. He's always keeping things riled up, stirred up. He's always keeping the pot stirred up. And he's really worried that he's running out of ways to stir up the pot. And he might be right. I think he does realize, he knows he's in a corner. Okay, so how others see him. And this is funny. He's worried. He knows he's in trouble. And yet his core supporters 100% believe that they believe what he says. This is a kangaroo court. They still think that he is just going to get off and it's just a big show. And they aren't protesting very much either, because they just, it's kind of like, why should we? He's going to win anyway. All right, so let me put another one. Wow. All right, so he does have the week ends with a bit of a victory for Donald Trump. It's a long trial, and things change, of course, but there is a bit of a victory here. So he might as well enjoy his little victories, because I think this is a little victory for him. Because they certainly aren't as strong as the falling tower that's right over him. But he may have a better weekend next weekend than he has in a few weeks. So that would be This Week in Donald Trump.
Hey, and we're back to our regular programming. Really, you got to do that to the cars? They've been that contaminated from that reading?
Sorry, folks. But yeah.
If you could only see what I'm looking at here.
Yeah. Well, I like to be tiddly. What I really want to know is about him farting in court.
Oh,
And the only reason I believe that there's some truth is I saw a clip where he's sitting next to Diane Feinstein, and he kind of goes like this, and then you can see her go.
all right, who is next? I've lost track.
Patricia.
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, Patricia wants to know when she can afford Invisalign.
I think that should take too long. Invisalign isn't, not that I know for sure, but I know it's for what it is, for orthodontics. It is pretty affordable, I think.
Compared to what?
To the braces, the metal braces with the little screws on them. Okay. Okay, well, first off, it said not May. Not May. I think it takes a period of 2, and I don't think this is 2 years. So I do believe it's telling me that by the end of the summer, you should be able to get a down payment and get things going with the Invisalign. You find a good dentist and someone who offers just what you need.
Do not take a loan.
Yes, do not take a loan. Those consumer loans will kill you.
Oh no, that wasn't just general advice. That was the guys telling me do not take a loan.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Invisalign question answered. All right. Divine Oracle Podcast. Hello. This week I'll be on a friend's Facebook page with readings. How will it go? Well, let's see.
Okay.
What do you think, Sally?
Not too bad.
You're gonna show up your friend a lot, and they might not like that. After all, it's their Facebook page. You're the guest.
Oh yeah, I see. You always get. Well, I don't know about other people, but I kind of like to steer the when I have a guest on the show, I always kind of like to steer the seekers to the guest because they're not going to see the guest next week. See me next week. Okay. Okay. Other than a case of nerves on your part, it'll go really well. And it might open some more doors for you. A lot of times when you do something like this, it opens up new opportunities. And maybe you want to do something about your nerves ahead of time. To meditate a little bit or smudge yourself or do whatever it is you do to put yourself in a calm, relaxed mood. Yeah, you'll do just fine. I know you will.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find the next question.
And congratulations for the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Hope that. Yeah, we all wish you the best on that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Susie wants to know about her friend P.
Yes, and
Better or not?
Yeah, and I think in a few minutes we should do the pick card too.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so. Oh, thank you, Suzanne, for liking the show. And anybody out there who hasn't liked it already, please do. It really helps us out. And it helps us out when you subscribe. And it helps us out when you tell a friend about us. Okay. So we are at... Oh, yeah. Susie. Hi, Sally. How's my friend P? Better or not? Better than who? Okay. Anyhow. What can you tell me about Suzanne's
Rubbing
friend?
off on you.
Oh. Yeah, he's going through a bit of a healing process. I think there's stuff going on in P's life that in their life that you really don't know about, and there's things that you're not being told here. It looks like P has some issues of their own that they need to resolve. Are they better?
Are they worse?
They're not worse.
Oh, that's good. So
Yeah,
they're staying-
it's like it's half physical, half emotional,
Ah,
and the emotional is not going away.
right.
Okay.
Next, we have Benafsha. What can I expect in May? Rain. Unless you're in Australia, then snow.
Look at May. Flowers in May. Okay, so made for Benafsha. Benafsha, revisit the art of flirtation and always wear just a teeny tiny bit of cologne. Itsy bitsy that nobody around you can smell. It's it draws men in. It just does. Okay, so anyhow, what can you expect in May? Okay, so well, they're pretty blunt here. They say, it's always the same people that kind of let you down. It's always the same people that procrastinate. It's always the same people that drag your feet, and you know it. And it feels like you get enough of a bee up your bonnet during that week that you finally, you finally take charge yourself. And all the people are saying, yeah, I'll do it someday. Yeah, I'll do it someday. You just say, never mind, and you go out and do it yourself. Good on you.
Okay.
Woman on a mission.
So we know what we're going to do next. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're going to do another pick a card. This time for the week of April 29th, 2024. I almost said 2008 for some reason.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we go.
Okay. And hi, friends. Let's see. What card is your tarot card for this week? Will you pick card number 1? Will you pick card number 2? Or will you pick card number 3? Here, that one. Okay, so let's put all these aside for now. So which one will you choose? Will you choose card number 1? Will you choose card number 2? Or will you choose card number 3? Did you pick tarot card number 1? Well, if you pick tarot card number 1, then your card for this week is the King of Cups reversed. And the King of Cups reversed talks about individuals who may be a little bit wallowing in self-pity, if you will. You might find yourself dealing with selfish people this week. You might find yourself dealing with a lot of people with an agenda. And it's one of those things where this week you kind of need to pick your battles. And you're not here to correct everybody in the world. You're just here to get done what you need to get done. And if somebody's showing you a weakness, use it for your own strength. But you are going to be dealing with selfish individuals this week, and maybe a little unreasonable or overly emotional. So just keep your calm this week, because that's what will win the day. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your tarot card for this week is the Devil. Never like to see this card, but it does carry a message in that you can always get away from the devil. It takes courage, but all you have to do is face the situation head on. Face your fears. The devil will manipulate you, and sometimes the devil will make you afraid to take action. And the devil will make you mistrust yourself and play on your confidences. Okay, so this week, be confident and don't let the devil win. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your tarot card for this week is the 5 of Coins. Now, the 5 of Coins isn't necessarily a card of abundance, but it is a card that reminds you that no matter where you are, there's always somebody there to support you. You're never alone. And so this week, you do need your support group, and know that you have a support group around you, and don't be afraid to reach out and ask people for help. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching Pick a Card, and we'll see you again next week for another episode of Pick a Card. Have a great week.
And we're back. Our next question comes from Sushama. Hello, dear. How does Nitish feel for me currently? Well, Sushama, you're gonna have to ask him or her.
Well, the big indication is that no contact.
Is it over? You're gonna have to ask him.
I mean, he's acting like it's over. And
Is he?
Well, he's really focused in on work, etc. Yeah.
We gotta be a bit more consistent here.
Really?
1 week we're not doing readings of how somebody feels about them, and the next week we are.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
But since you've started,
Since I've started, and I did it because you asked a very valid question. Is it over? And the cards say yes. And what concerns me is there's over and then there's over. So is it over in that he's decided that he doesn't want to spend forever around you, but he's going to keep coming back, for a little, for some company and what have you. But overall, I really think that the time where there was something worthwhile in this relationship has passed, and the best thing you can really do for yourself is move on and find Mr. Right.
you're ready then.
Yeah. It's just being ignored away. That's brutal.
Yeah.
That's coasted.
Okay, so Nickel Tonwer wants to ask a question, but then didn't. So on we move to Brother Chris. Dad got into a long-term replace on Monday. Congratulations, that's awesome. That's definitely a load off your mind. I know.
Oh,
that.
well, yeah.
Will he be there for good, or will they move him?
I think he may have found his forever home. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I got the sense that you're kind of in a smaller facility here. The number one thing they work on is keeping people active, which is really good for your dad. Yeah. Yes, it will definitely work out. The programs they work for him. Yes. So far so good. Very good. It's because they get him up and about and around, and they will have him as healthy as he can be at his age and his condition.
Can't ask for more than that.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to take good care of him. You got a good place there. Yeah, it feels very good.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Seashells. Last minute joiner here. What is Will keeping from me? We aren't seeing eye to eye on a whole lot.
Oh, another one. Okay. I'll peek. But you know, sometimes you just got to believe exactly what's in front of you.
Hi, Yahweh's child. Welcome back. Don't frown like that. It makes the viewers concerned.
Sorry. Sorry. You wanted to know what it's keeping from you. And you know that the cards, they'll tell secrets as only up to the point where what it has to do with you. And the reason I was making the face is that some of what's going on with him is a situation where he feels less than victorious, less than successful. I think that however he wanted life to go, it's not going that way. And I also wonder if maybe there is a third person who always assumed that she would be marrying him. Because I see someone else here, but it just doesn't feel like you. So I'm wondering if he's keeping that there's somebody else, you know, that you've got competition. So I would face him down on that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yahweh's child, I always have time for you.
Well, Yahweh's child wants to know what she needs to know right now. Or he. Sorry.
Okay. You know, I haven't gotten out.
Awesome of me to think Yahweh's a girl right off the bat, right? God's a woman. Yep.
Oh. Okay. And what you need to know is that you have spirit that's over you always. That, you know, you have ancestral God that comes out right away, and it just feels like feminine spirits that watch over you, whether it's mother, grandmother, great grandmother, you know, the feminine spirits that go up the tree are watching over you. Huh. Okay. I shouldn't have said it like that. But you do have a great deal of protection. I just want to see what else you got going on here. Because there is a situation coming up in the not too distant future where they're saying, make sure you tell the truth, even though it's going to be hard. Yeah, there is going to be some sort of situation from the past. And that's Hagalas. And Hagalas is seen as hail or disruption. So this isn't a happy, fun fact from your past. This is something that comes from your past that could have a real toxic effect on your now, whether it's a person or an event or just a personal whatever. I see something about your past coming back to haunt you. And the idea is that now, in the now, it's really important that you're truthful. And they're reminding me that usually when somebody asks a question, they already know the answer. So it also, covering this ironically, you also have prosperity. So while you're dealing with rather difficult personal issues, you know, as you come into midsummer when it gets hotter, you're also going to be dealing with improved financial issues. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, you either have love or money, but you can't have both, right? And the universe just decided to give you money.
You can rent love with that.
This is true. This is true. And yeah, I do know that there's going to be a little period at the end of the summer where you really feel like you're being beat up, but you have this urus, this wild ox here, and it's telling me that you're strong enough and healthy enough. This is a challenge for you for sure, but it's nothing that you can't handle. And it might be a way to correct some situations in your life. Oh, and that. Okay, and another thing you need to know, sorry about this, but your car is not as healthy as you think it is. I do see car trouble coming, and cars always have bad timing in their car trouble, so just know that you might want to have a plan B.
Plan B. Not the pill.
Yep.
Get it while you can, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Just kidding, folks. That's it. That's all.
That's it.
Yep,
Thank you, folks.
That's all.
Have a great week, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.